Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today, we're going to review the TIELIS 18096. Let's start with the wrist check. I'm wearing this Pagani Design PD 1679, homage to an Omega Planet Ocean. And Grogu's wearing my GSD 003. Grogu said that former Chancellor Valerian was unable to travel to his next campaign stop because his party refused to pay for his transportation. Princess Leia told Han Solo to offer him a discounted charter rate on the Millennium Falcon. Han said, "I know what you're up to. Valerian is a Jajaric Grandmaster, is sure to defeat Chewbacca, which will make him quite upset." She said, "I was thinking no such thing. I was just lending a hand because his party left him out on a limb." Han said when Chewie is done with him, he'll be out of a limb. All right, let's take a look at the watch. It comes in this very simple box, but it does have a pillow and your little warranty card, though it's a different brand. And here it is. Not too bad a looking watch considering the price. It does look a lot like a Panerai. Of course, a Panerai chronograph has a tachymeter. This one does not. But since it's a small second chronograph, I kind of prefer that it doesn't have a tachymeter. This is the first TIELIS on my channel. It is obviously a Panerai homage. This is your basic sub $20 small second quartz chronograph. You get it for the looks, not because you want a useful chronograph. This one actually has a Panerai style crown guard, but it is so poorly done, I wish they wouldn't have bothered. This watch comes in 4 different colorways. You have a black or chrome cases with either black or white dials. The black dial comes with a black leather strap, and the white dial comes in a brown leather strap. I don't know why they didn't offer the white and a black leather strap. I think that would have looked nicer. The watch is 42.3 millimeters if you measure at the bezel, but 44 millimeters if you measure at the case. It's 53.4 millimeters lug to lug, so it's a fairly big watch. It's 15.4 millimeters thick if you count this dome crystal, and has a 24 millimeter lug width and weighs 85 grams on the supplied leather strap. The bezel is smooth and plain and has no markings. A real Panerai chronograph has a tachymeter, but once again, since this is a small second chronograph, I'm glad it doesn't, because a tachymeter on a small second chronograph is basically useless. Now, if you look at the dial, it's a flat black with no sunburst effect. And it's a sandwich dial, so you have cutouts for the indices, and there are no minute markers. And then we have fence post, minute, and hour hand, which are loomed. And then we have a thin second hand, which is not loomed. Then we have a date at the 4:30 that is not color matched. This is a sub $20 watch, so color matching is just something you're not going to get. So here, let me get these hands out of the way, and I will show you the subdials. All right, this is a 3-register small second chronograph. So on the right, we have a 24-hour indicator. On the bottom, we have the small second chronograph. And on the left, we have the chronograph minute counter. And this is just your basic tick once a second chronograph. There are no sub-seconds. So once again, it's not the most useful thing in the world. You can use it to time your mac and cheese or pizza rolls, but I'm not sure. You wouldn't use it for like a track and field event or anything like that, or racing. But once again, we get our chronographs for the looks. Our phones would be more useful for a timing device. Then we have a push-pull crown. It's not a screw down because you don't need a screw down with this type, because this little lever here locks it down. Of course, this is only a 30-meter resistant watch, so this is just for show. You're not going to take this in the water. If you do, you're going to have a ruined watch. So you can wash your hands with it just fine. But once again, this is not a true Panerai style water resistant watch. Crown action, though, is real loosey-goosey. And when you go to set it, you have this little lever, so you would think that you wouldn't get any jump, but you do. See? It jumped. So, and the real annoying part is there are no minute markers. So if you want to set it accurately, you have to do it at the 5 minutes. And when you screw it up, you got to wait another 5 minutes. So you're never going to set this truly accurate. It's just too much of a hassle to do so. Then it does have a crown guard that looks a lot like a Panerai, and it has this little lever. But look at this. Look at that gap there. And let me take the lever up. See? It's really loose there. And I tried taking a screwdriver and screwing it down tighter, and it would not budge. So this is some pretty bad design there. Plus, the pushers are into the crown guard, so they're kind of difficult to use. So yes, this crown guard looks a lot like a Panerai, but unfortunately it doesn't work very well, and so they probably would have been better off just leaving it off. Then we have the crystal. I do like the crystal. It's mineral glass and it's stone, but it looks nice. It has distortion. It's single dome, not double dome. And then we have the case. The case, I guess this is PVD coated. It is definitely not steel. And it looks like a Panerai, shaped like a Panerai. Then we have the case back. The case back is just a press-on because once again, you only get 30 meters water resistance. Now it says chronometer, which is a lie. This is not a chronometer. A chronometer has to be certified. Then it says stainless steel back, which is a good indication that the rest is not. Then it says water resistant. And if they don't give you a meter rating, that means 30. And then we have the TIELIS name right there. I don't know if TIELIS has a logo. I don't see a logo anywhere. Underneath the case back is the PE90 movement. This is a pretty common movement in sub $20 chronographs with a small second. It does the job. Seen worse. The leather strap does not say genuine leather, but it feels really good. So if this is a synthetic leather, it's a really good synthetic leather. So I like it. So, but I don't know how long it's going to last. I always recommend getting a deployment clasp if you're going to get a leather strap watch because it just really saves the leather. Here, let me see how big you'll need. You'll need a full 24mm deployment clasp. Then we have two keepers, one fixed, one floating. And then the buckle is not signed, but the buckle seems sturdy enough. And then we have the notches. They're fairly close together. So you should be able to get a good fit. And there is no quick release or drilled lugs. Here's the watch of my 7.5-inch wrist. It looks and wears nice. Yeah, it's a big watch, but it's 80 grams, so it's not super heavy. And since it's on a leather strap, the lug to lug isn't quite as significant. I only have 3 notches left though, so 8 1/4 is about the best you're gonna do. And there's not very much room for cutting another notch in it. So, and this is a 24mm watch, so more than likely you don't have a 24mm strap lying around, so you'll have to order one. Here we are in the loom room. Wearing the watch, I thought the loom was pretty good, but unfortunately it just doesn't have any longevity. As we speed up the time, we see the index loom from the sandwich dial is pretty good, but unfortunately the hands are fading fast and are already about gone. As I always say, it does no good to see the indices if you can't see the hands. What do I like about this watch? Well, I really do like the sandwich dial. I think they did a good job with that. And I do like the strap. I don't know if it's genuine leather or not, but it's sturdy, well done. And I like the stitching. And I do think it looks a lot like a Panerai. What are my gripes and groans? The crown guard is not properly attached to the watch. And I tried screwing it down tighter with the little tiny Phillips screws, and that wouldn't do it. So it's kind of poorly done. It has loose crown action, so it's hard to set accurately. And the hand loom has no longevity. Do I recommend this watch? Well, I'm kind of torn. I'm really kind of upset about this crown guard. It's so poorly done. But the watch does look nice, and it does look a lot like a Panerai. And it's under $20. But I'm going to say no, just because of how poorly done the crown guard is. Well, thank you for watching my review of the TIELIS 18096. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. And if you do like this watch and decide to buy it, because it does look a lot like a Panerai, be sure to use my affiliate link and I will get a small commission. And I put up the Members' Choice watch for a vote. So if you haven't joined my Members' Choice program, if you join now, you still have time to vote on the Members' Choice watch. Bye.